I am a freshman journalism major at UT Austin, and I work for the Daily Texan.
I am a freshman here at UCLA, and I work for the Daily Bruin as a video journalist.
I'm a junior at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. I'm currently the editor-in-chief of the Daily Northwestern.
I'm a graduate student at Columbia Journalism School. I report for the City Newsroom website at Columbia Journalism School.
So I've been reporting on the encampments since they started 2 Thursdays ago. Last year, there was the serial killer in Davis, and I covered that for my paper, and I thought that was as intense as journalism would get.
We do have a very unique perspective in that we're students, and so we are seeing like the protests and these issues affect our peers in our community directly. I've been reporting on like pro-Palestine protests since last semester, and so I've gone to quite a few protests that were organized by the same group of organizers, and so I think being a familiar face also helps. Like we are able to like really connect with them and understand it in a way that maybe national reporters or people who aren't there on the ground are able to.
Organizers of the demonstration were definitely skeptical towards engaging with the media, both with student media and with non-university affiliated media. On the first day of the encampment, the university said that non-student media was not allowed on the lawn, so they were basically restricted to reporting from on the other side of the fence on the sidewalk on the main road. But we were there basically 24/7, and I would say that with a lot of things, the views and attitudes and behaviors ranged within the encampment. There were some folks who were much more friendly and happy to chat with us, and some folks who really were not interested in engaging.
Granted, we did give them things like anonymity when they asked for it, because I mean, we understand like in a scenario like this, they could face potential like repercussions from the university, but people are very willing to talk to us.
Intervention of the NYPD had an impact. I would say since the beginning, they were pretty distrustful towards the media, but I felt like I was there the first day and some people would talk to me, but I think they were always reticent to talk. And I feel like it's not necessarily due to the NYPD, because it's just because this protest have been going on at Columbia for months. In these months, they progressively developed this form of distrust towards Columbia, towards the media, we can say towards society, probably. So, and it exploded, I think, in the last 2 weeks. Then eventually the intervention of the NYPD just worsened the situation.
As of Wednesday night, we all wrote our student media advisor's number on our arm so that we'd have it in case we were arrested.
Shortly after, they arrested people, and shortly before, they started dismantling the encampment. So they told us to get into the Pulitzer Hall. They pushed us inside and telling us not to get out, otherwise we would have been arrested.
I think a big one was just like making sure that we had a plan, and that we were all being very safe. Initially, something that we struggled with on the photo side was, do we want to show people's faces? Because obviously, like, some people are being doxxed.
I have seen the Daily Bruin be criticized from both sides, which in my mind tells me that we're doing a good job at maintaining objectivity. Tuesday night, I believe we were one of the first outlets to call what happened an attack. Other outlets were calling it at that point a clash between the two groups. It was very much a one-sided attack instigated by those counter-protesters. And I saw other media outlets adjusted the way they referred to that coverage to mirror how we referred to it, because we were on the ground and we were in the midst of that.
The day I started reporting on this, my professors my city newsroom professors told me, Francesca, like, we're not here for opinions, so you just have to report.
This is really one of those rare moments where we can all kind of acknowledge and understand that we're experiencing history in real time, but knowing that folks are going to look back and look to student newspapers and student journalism as, the primary documents from this era of how things played out. I think we're all acutely aware of the importance of getting it right